Hi everyone and welcome to You Remind Me with Marcus.
And Jade.
How's everyone doing this week? I hope you're all good and having a good week. Finally we've got some sun, which is nice.
Literally. Well, I can't really say much because I've been on holiday, but
Exactly. Well, you've been away when it was rainy,
I
and we're like,
literally
oh my
brought the
god.
sun back. Ray of sunshine.
Okay, girl. Okay.
No, but you cannot lie.
Okay, you brought
I
the
got
sun
back on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I've been back and it's been hot.
Okay, yeah.
I brought it back.
You brought the sun back with you.
I absolutely did.
So, as we usually do, is how was your week this week?
Do you want to go first or should I go first?
No, you go first.
Okay, so I was on holiday for the last week, wasn't I? So I was in Turkey, with the ex.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
I don't think the listeners know about the ex or anything like that. But
you'll get to know. You'll get to know. And the children. But it was the most amazing time. I've never been to Turkey before, and I would advise anyone with kids, without kids, but especially people with kids, to go to Turkey because it was just like how I feel like my childhood was. The kids were just free. The kids could just run around and they felt safe and you felt safe with them running around. And I think they really appreciated that freedom and I really appreciated that freedom. So obviously I don't know all parts of Turkey, but I just know the area I went to, Antalya, and the hotel and everything that I went to was just perfect for families with kids.
Yeah. No, I can echo that because I went to Antalya last year, May, but I went with two other friends. So we're all adults, but it was kind of kid friendly where we were. And everywhere's very good. Even the hotel across from us, you could look out your window and see there was these slides. They've got everything.
Yeah.
Like from 9 o'clock in the morning, they're blaring out music. So you need to get out of your bed, go down to that buffet, eat your food, and they're playing that music, and you do what you do for the day.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean?
And they have like so much like what are those things called? Like, is it schedule?
Yeah, like a schedule. They have a schedule for the day.
Yeah,
so they'll
with
be like,
activities
12
and stuff
o'clock,
like that. Yeah.
we're going to do ping pong. Oh, at 1 o'clock, we're going to do karaoke or some, do you know what I mean?
It was just so perfect. And the highlight of my holiday was, on the last day, as you guys will get to know me, I'm very, very dramatic and I like my ways to be my ways.
Okay.
I was starving hungry.
But was this all-inclusive?
It was all-inclusive.
So you could never say you were starving hungry or not all-inclusive.
I was hungover. And do you know when you're hungover and you're starving? Like I ate and then I was like, okay, I need to eat more. Went down to the snack bar, ate more.
Okay.
Came back up. But then in the in-between, like in our hotel, there was an in-between. So there was like an in-between where there was no all-inclusive. You had to go up to the martini bar, which had 24-hour food. So I was like, I'm going to go to the martini bar because I'm starving. I just wanted a chicken burger. That's all I wanted was a chicken burger.
Running around.
No one would come with me.
Chicken burger.
Yeah, that's literally what I was doing. I was so grumpy and it was bingo time. I was like, I'm not fucking doing bingo. I just want a chicken burger. That's all I want is a chicken burger. And they were like, just do it. Then we'll go get a chicken burger. Anyways, long story short, I ended up winning bingo. Oh. Even though I was complaining the whole time that I didn't want to do it. I ended up winning. And I got a bottle of champagne, which I gave to my new friend that I met there because.
But was it champagne? Because the alcohol
no, it wasn't champagne. It was brut.
Disgusted.
It was brut. And one thing I will tell you: don't order prosecco when you go to Turkey because the prosecco is not prosecco. And
don't order beer. Don't order.
Oh, do you know what? The beers were quite nice. I'm not really a beer girl, but the beers were quite nice.
They had one beer on tap, and I said, why is this thing sweet?
See, maybe that's why I liked it, because I like sweet drinks.
It was sweet as hell. Even the alcohol. They were like, oh, here's a vodka. I was like, this is not vodka in.
See, but in our hotel...
It was vodka. Was it real vodka,
It was real vodka.
Oh,
it was real gin, real everything. I asked for a shot of tequila. When the man brought it out, I said, are you trying to kill me?
They don't know how to measure,
you trying to kill me? He's like, this is just tequila. He says for tequila. I was just like, you've just... In England, you've probably given me about 4 shots.
Exactly.
4. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I tried to do it. I was like, okay, no, I've got to take like 1 sip. There's my shot. Leave it on the side. Take another sip. There's my next shot. Oh my God.
You were fucked.
I was fucked. I was so fucked. And yeah. But anyways, that was my week and I had an amazing time. And now I just want to travel every day of my life. And I'm not a big travel girl.
You can't travel though because you've got 2 kids.
I
so
know.
where are you travelling?
Do you know what I was thinking? Do you know what? I could just like take them out of school.
No,
and just go and travel the world. They'd get more from life experience, wouldn't they?
Okay, yeah.
Not with my mouth, they wouldn't. But if I could get like a personal tutor, just go and travel. But
get a nanny and bring them along.
I would just
bring them.
I just think like as much as I can, I want to take them away to just do different experiences because I know like with kids and stuff. But I've never been like one of those people that's like I really want to travel the world. Like no, and really I'm saying this. I don't want to travel the world. I just want to live in an all-inclusive hotel.
So it's a different thing. Yeah,
I don't want to travel the world
because flip it on its head and imagine. All right, we're gonna go to Australia, but we're gonna live in the outback.
No, not me.
Exactly. You're not camping. You're not doing any of those things.
I just want to live in an all-inclusive hotel.
Yeah.
Have you seen that program? Sorry, tangent. Have you seen? There's a program. I think it's on like Channel 5 or something like that. But it was about people that live in all-inclusive hotels. Like they literally pay to stay there for like a year, and they just like live there for like a year.
That's a bit like the ships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like people go on ships to live.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper than rent.
Yeah.
Cheaper than rent. So why not live on a ship where you get free food, you get free alcohol,
right?
You get free entertainment. So why not go and do it?
Why not go and do it? And you're living your best life every single day.
But you're living your best life with 70-year-olds. Okay. Some 70-year-olds have got a fuller life and pizzazz, but
I just think as long as there's a dance floor and there's at least one person dancing with me, I'm all right.
But not every day is a dance floor.
No, but then every day you're chilling. You ain't got to cook. You go to the pool. You come back. Your house is clean. There you go. You go for dinner. You come back. Your house is clean. You ain't got to do nothing.
Repeat.
It's repeat. Okay. You ain't got to do nothing.
Oh.
Do you reckon? I reckon you'd get bored though.
Oh, definitely.
You would, wouldn't you?
Definitely.
You would.
Definitely.
Because apparently the amount of days for an all-inclusive hotel, that the perfect amount of days for an all-inclusive hotel was 10 days.
Okay.
Because 7 days is too short.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks is too long. So 10 days is the like perfect amount where you're like, okay, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
Rather than
I've had enough of being waited on. I like it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're like, I just want to cook something I like.
Oh no, that's not me.
Do you not? Oh, you don't like to? Oh.
I do like to cook.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could ever get tired of being waited on. Do you know what I mean? I could never get tired of coming home and my house is clean. I've left the house in a mess and I come back and it's clean.
But could you get tired of, oh shit, I left €100 in that room. Is it still going to be in the room? Not saying that it's going to happen to everyone, but do you know what I mean?
Oh my God. That reminds me of a story from Turkey.
Okay.
So the kids wanted to do this like sand art thing and it was €5 each. So I said, right, I'm going to take this €10 out and I'll leave it on the side. So then that's for tonight when we get back, and that's your €10. So you go and do the sand art. So we got back, and he was like to me, let's just call him Bob. Bob was like to me, where's his €10? I was like, I left it right here. Okay. And he was like, no, you didn't. I was like, definitely left it right here.
So you left it on the side?
I left it on the sides. But I was like, do you know what I reckon's happened? I reckon the housekeepers come, and because it's on the sides,
they thought that it's a tip.
They thought that it's a tip.
Yeah.
But I was like, but I'm not going to complain, because I'm not going to complain over €10 and potentially someone lose their job because it's €10. Do you know what I mean? And it probably was an honest mistake. I doubt, like, we were leaving iPads everywhere. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I highly doubt they're going to just take €10 and steal it. But I was like, oh my God, like, don't leave money out, because really it is an honest mistake. If you leave €10 there, they're coming to tidy up.
But in a different country, is that a thing where if people do leave money out, then you take it? Do you know what I mean? Like, is that etiquette? Is that word? Etiquette.
Etiquette.
Etiquette. Yeah. Like, is that a thing that you do? So they know if someone leaves money out on the side, but saying that, if someone left out €100 or €200,
that's what I mean. I think
are you just going to be like, blam?
I think
let me just take that. Yes, I'm rich. Let me go and buy those things. Because not being bad, that's not... Anyway, we'll move on.
To be fair, I think maybe if it had been bigger money, they wouldn't have taken it. But like €10 is, I hope. But €10 is probably a big tip. But because obviously that was Turkish lira. But so €10 would be a big tip.
Yeah.
If it was like 10 lira, it'd be like, okay, taking a piss.
Yeah.
But €10 would be a big tip. But I think that's probably like tip amount. And it was the day before our last day.
Okay.
So do you know what I mean? It could have
So
been
it's
like
kind
you
of
from
like
the
I've been
cleaner.
working for you for
Yeah.
the last 10 days. I know you've been in the room for the last
Right,
10
and I
days.
said hello
Okay,
to them
they've
and
left.
stuff like that, and
But you can't pursue,
yeah,
like,
you
and
can't
just
just
be like,
assume. Yeah,
a what?
you said pursue. I said
Oh,
assume.
assume.
Yeah.
That's what I That's what I meant. Assume. Oh God. Oh,
Anyways,
you will learn that I'll just make up words. I will make up words and flow with it.
I'm just
It
saying,
would mean something else.
complete wrong context. The complete wrong
Oh
context. But
Lord.
hey ho, that was my turkey holiday. Sorry, that's
Okay.
been quite long. Go on,
That's all right.
Marcus. How was your week?
Mine's gonna be very short. I had a good week. I've not really done much. I've done well, like one self tape this week,
Nice.
and then I just found myself like, that whole rotting thing that's been going over the internet.
No.
So the rotting that people are like, oh, it's good for you to rot. You could just chill, be in bed. Although I don't lay in bed, but I was kind of rotting, if you know what I mean. Like I just was.
Explain rotting for us
So
that don't
rotting,
know.
it's been over TikTok for like a few weeks now, where they're like, it's fine for you to just take the day, lay in your bed, watch
Oh,
Netflix,
okay.
do that kind of stuff. You're
You
rotting
just
in your
rot,
bed,
just chilling.
but I
Yeah.
don't rot in the bed. I do other things. Every day I go out and swim,
Mm.
and then I came back and I was just like, and then I walked the dog, and then I'm like, what do I do with my day? So I just rotted. I said, let me buy a game for my Nintendo Switch, and although I was like, maybe I'll buy a PS5. Why am I buying PS5 to pay it for 5 minutes for it to then catch dust because I won't play it
Oh,
again?
the impulse.
Do you know what I mean?
The impulse.
And I said,
Oh,
oh my
yeah.
God, it's looking so cheap now because they were big money back in the day.
Yeah.
I said, no, not me getting a PS5. But now PS5 is like $399, which
That's still
isn't,
big money
that
though.
is big money.
For like
But
a game's because you can't. Can you even put like CDs in it still?
yeah, but in no
Oh.
one watching no DVD. Ain't no one watching
Oh.
no DVDs. I ain't got one. Well, maybe I've got a few DVDs hidden away down there. But
Oh, I really used to love DVDs.
have you still got DVDs?
No.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know why. I don't know why
So
I said about CDs.
what we're gonna
Yeah. What
use
else
that
do you need it
for?
for? Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been basically rotting for 2 days, and I was like, right, let me get my shit together. And then actually Saturday I'm going out because it's my cousin's husband. So I was like, what do you call them? Your husband?
You.
Because it's my cousin's husband, isn't it? So what do you
Is it not
say?
your cousin-in-law? That is what it is.
Is that what it is? A cousin-in-law?
Yeah. It's your
But because
cousin-in-law.
if you say a husband, it means like it's like your
Cousin.
husband, isn't it?
I'd think something so dirty.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But
But yeah, that is my week in a nutshell. It's not as long as Jade's,
Yeah.
but
But
that's
mine was only long because mine was a holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that was so your self tape.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Yeah, it was good, but it was for a commercial. So it's very hard
Oh.
for commercials. Like you either are like it's lovely to be chosen at that like moment to be like, can you do a self tape for us?
Mm-hmm.
But because it's kind of like, what would you say, like, how do you say, like, stabbing in the dark? Because you get given instructions,
Right.
but the instructions are not very instructioning.
They just kind of like
it's very loose.
make a cake.
So you just kind of like, okay, I'll try and do something what they like, and sometimes it doesn't work. And obviously, like I do a lot of like those auditions, and you never get through because you just don't know what they like. Sometimes you
are you
do
allowed
get through.
to ask for?
No, like it's just one of those things. For commercials, it's small, so it's not like the big pool of musical theatre where you've got thousands of people. Where commercials, they're just like, all right, we're going to see 20 people. They whittle
Okay.
it down to 5. Then it's like, okay, 1 or 2
Okay. Right.
get the job. So
Yeah.
it's like a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Because it's literally, this one was to go to Romania.
Cute.
It was to go to Romania, like next week.
Oh my god.
So like it was like audition. All right, we'll see you on the Friday, and then you will be going. Sorry about that. You can hear the little rumble. We're just in the flat. We're just chatting away. So you'll hear the rumble going on as it's going on. We'll let it go. You've got to acknowledge it. Oh, got to acknowledge it or not. But yeah, I forgot. I lost where I was going.
Romania.
Yeah, it was to go to Romania. I don't know if I should be saying all of these things, so let me just say it was to go to Romania, and that was it.
Yeah.
So it would have been nice to do it.
So as in your job, you actually have to have a, what's it called? Not active. What's the word? Which is not
a valid passport.
That's it. Valid. Yeah.
A valid passport. Yeah.
He's the one that wants to take her kids out of school.
I know. You have to have a valid passport.
Because
you could
you could just be like told, all right, well, next week you're going to
basically just be like, yep, you're going here, and I'll be like, okay, I'm coming.
When my passport expired, boy, I did not.
It's big money, isn't it?
I did not renew it until I knew I was going on holiday. I was like, what do I need a passport for? I was like, what do I need it for? I'm not going anywhere. Actually, but when you need to prove your identity, have a valid passport, because if it's more than 2 years, you can't use your passport.
There you go.
You can't use your passport to validate your identity.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
If it's more than 2 years expired. You can't use, I was like, but it's me. It's me.
But still.
Like, you can literally see it's me. You can literally see when it's born. I can send it with my birth certificate. You can see it's me.
But you're not going to go in a club and be like, look, this is me, and then give them your
Yeah, and my cousin,
okay.
He went on my birthday, last year or the year before? Anyways, one of my birthdays, my cousin went to go and get into a club, and you know when they scan your, like, driving license or whatever?
Yeah.
To, like, make sure whoever's in the club. Because he's expired, they wouldn't let him in.
Oh.
Yeah, they was like, well, you can't come in, it's expired.
Oh, wow.
I was like, he's taking a fucking piss. He's taking the actual mick.
Literally taking a piss.
Like, you can tell that it's him.
Wow.
The picture looks like him. Everything, you can tell it's him.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
So, we're on to the section which we are calling News of the Week.
News.
So, the news of the week is, did you hear about the boat incident, in Alabama?
Okay, so I did, right? And like we all know, I love social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very social media savvy.
No, neither am I.
So I have been trying to find the full video.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it came out and then it's been removed from like everything.
Okay.
And I can't find it. And
so
go on, go.
So I did some delving in, and I found like multiple videos.
Oh,
so
send them to me.
So what we're talking about, the boat party is the
boat, not boat.
Well, not boat party. I keep saying boat party. It's the boat incident. Yeah. Well, the boat brawl of Alabama.
Yeah.
Which happened. So there's a news source on Instagram, which they go by at the neighborhood talk. So that is at the neighborhood talk. And if you scroll down, because they post a lot. So this might have been like, now we're recording, maybe like 4 days ago. So they were on top of it. If you go on that, you will see every single video. And I watched every single, because it started off with the man flinging off his hat. If you watch it, he fling off his hat and he says, right, I'm ready. So the backstory actually to it is that there was a couple of people who had a boat, and they parked in a place where they shouldn't be, because there was a big, what is it, like one that, you know, those boats that have got big washers or windmills in the back. So those kind of like a boat party was coming in, and it was docking, but they were in the space. So apparently the gentleman went over and said, can you move your boat? They were like, no. So then the brawl started.
Okay, wait. So as you're explaining it, like I've said, I haven't actually seen the full video.
Yeah, I will show you this after.
So, but right, excuse me, no PC language on this podcast.
No.
So which people were parked in the wrong place? The blacks or the whites?
So basically, the whites were parked in the wrong place.
Right.
A black security guard went over and said, can you move your boat?
Okay.
And they were like, hell no. And then you see in the video, he flings his hat and he said, I'm ready to go. It's like
the white man flinged off the black man?
No, the black man said, he flung off his hat. And he said, right, I'm ready to fight. So he ready to fight. And it went off. So then they were fighting, blah, blah, blah. Then loads of black people run over. Then a chair was involved.
I see the chair.
The whole chair was involved, and it bust a woman's head, which I know it shouldn't.
We're not condoning violence.
We're not condoning
it at all. We're just talking about.
But for the chair, Why did you have to bring the chair? The chair was innocent. No, do you know what? I'm just saying that because I got that from another TikToker, and I can't remember the name, but I will put it in the description. But from another TikToker, he was like, the chair.
Yeah, but to be fair, that chair's getting sales right now, though, boy.
And it's only one of those little fold-down chairs.
From IKEA.
Not IKEA. It wasn't IKEA.
It is from IKEA. Those chairs are from IKEA. I had them chairs.
But in Alabama, do they have IKEA?
I don't know. Do they have IKEA in America?
I don't know. Maybe they have their own kind of thing.
They have IKEA in America, no?
I don't actually know.
IKEA?
Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they do have a little IKEA.
Come on, IKEA, sponsor us. We're talking about you.
Exactly. So that whole brawl happened with the whole chair and stuff like that. And people were just going off saying, oh, the chair should be, is innocent. Like, the chair is innocent. And I said, wow.
Do you know how you know that we're in such a messed up society?
Yes.
Because you started talking about the chain, you're not talking about no woman's head got broken. You're not talking about no one's
the
thing got broken.
As well.
I didn't see nothing. This is what I meant to watch the whole video.
Watch the whole video. The man's Crocs. You wear Crocs. I wear Crocs.
I would be raging. See my nice pink ones?
I see him over there. But when I mean the whole foot went in the front of the Croc and it came up to your leg. How the fuck are you doing that in Crocs? How are you doing that in Crocs? You must have got fucked the fuck up.
Wait, first of all, right?
Oh.
First of all, if you were a bystander and you saw that, would you be getting involved?
This is the thing. I think because we're English, we wouldn't get involved. But because they're Americans, they're getting involved. Not saying that it's a different, but us, we're very PC and very... I think if it's a friend... You're getting involved in England. I can
100% guarantee if I had a bottle of Prosecco and I see that going on, I'd be getting involved.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do that with that Shoreditch, babe. I see people arguing and I start getting myself involved.
But I would do that. But it always brings you back to like my childhood. I remember one time I got involved and then I got suspended from school, and all I did was give him one kick. I know I don't.
Yeah, but what are you kicking for?
Because everyone was involved, so I just said boom, so I gave him a kick, and I got suspended.
Yeah, but who told you to kick?
Because I just felt like that's me getting involved, so this is why I'm not getting involved again.
Yeah, see, I would get involved, and I would really be there in handcuffs with everyone there, and be like, I don't even know you guys. Like, I don't even know you guys. I'm just trying to get my anger
getting involved.
I'm just trying to get my anger out.
Wow.
No, I'm not a violent person, but I would. No, do you know what it is? I have always been this person. In some sort of way, I feel like I'm like, what's the superhero that likes justice? I don't know. Anyways,
one of them.
I feel like I like justice.
Okay.
But I would get involved without knowing the story. So then I would just see the person that's losing and get involved. Do you know what I mean? But then in this case, I wouldn't see the people that are losing, because I'd be like, well, let me go and help them and be like, look at this.
But anyway, I don't think there was anything like resolved, or I haven't heard anything. So I don't know if anyone's got arrested or if anything's happened. But to be fair, people must have got arrested, because I saw videos that I was like, what are these people doing? And then I saw them getting arrested. I said, oh, okay.
So do you think that so for me, I'm a very firm believer in mind your business, right? So
mind your goddamn business.
Even though I'm saying, like, I would get involved and say, mind your business, like police, right?
Yeah.
These people have fought equally.
Yeah.
They've fought equally.
Yeah.
Other than a share, there's no weapons, right? They're just fighting.
Yeah.
Both sides have been hurt on each side, right? I guarantee on either side, people have been hurt. There's been injuries on either side, right?
Definitely injuries, like bus lip.
Leave them.
Maybe a little bit more than a bus
lip.
But...
do you know what I mean? They're fought equally. Both sides are fighting.
Yeah.
Leave them. Who are you arresting? What, you're going to arrest one, you're going to arrest the other? What are you arresting them for? They both just decided to fight. They're adults. If they knew the consequences when they were doing it. They knew that they'll get a bus head by doing it. Leave them.
No, but still, you can't condone.
You can't condone it, and
yeah.
I get it. Like if they say, "All right, well, we're not going to press charges, and we're not going to do that," but if neither side wants to press charges,
then you just move on with life.
You just move on with it.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, these lot, they will still be thinking about it, but they're not going to go and find each other.
True.
It's done. Do you know what I mean? It's done.
Some people would find each other.
Yeah, some people would.
And be like, "This is not over until I something, that person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Until that person is no longer with us, which is sad, and it shouldn't be like that. But we are all different.
We are. What's your next one? Go on.
So the next one is, right, I thought this was a bit crazy.
Yeah. I love it.
So this is another American news.
Have you not noticed, right? Americans, right, our American listeners, nothing against you lot, but you lot are wild.
It's wild.
Like, the news that comes from America is wild. It's like stuff that you read in storybooks.
Yeah. And I know they all will be like, oh, English people will drink tea and say,
no. We're still wild in our own way.
We're still wild, but you lot are wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. We love you, but you're wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this next story, apparently, well, not apparently, this actually happened. A hawk was flying in the sky and it dropped a snake from its mouth and it landed on a woman as she was mowing the lawn, I think. And her name is Peggy. Landed on her arm. It didn't bite her, but it constricted round her wrist. And like I said, with the last Instagram post that I said, the neighborhood talk, they show it on there, and you'll see her arm, and it constricted it. That you can see the blood vessels popping out of her arm. No. She said, "I'm just gonna mow the lawn." The hawk dropped the snake on her. I said, what the hell is going on in this world?
Do you know what, right?
I'll be frank. What would you do if that happened to you?
Okay, for me, I would actually just feel like I'd just pass out. Like, I wouldn't even be able to comprehend what was going on. Mm-hmm. But the reason I was laughing is because I'm thinking about my aunt and my cousin.
Okay.
Of it happening to them.
Yeah.
Because they would freak that it would be so funny to watch. Hilarious to watch.
But it's dangerous because it could be a venomous snake. Like, I don't know what I would do. Because it's landed on you, it is going to start constricting you. You said, well, do you either go with, right, it's my time to go, or do you try and shake it off? I don't know if your instincts would, like, shift in. And I would find a wall and bap, 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 bap. There's me busting it on the wall.
I'd just scream. My instincts ain't that fast to go and find something to do with it. I'd just scream.
Because you're mowing the lawn.
I'd literally just scream and have someone comes in and helps me. My instincts aren't that fast to think, let me go and bash my arm against the wall. It'd be like, and just scream the whole time until a neighbour or someone in the house come and helps me.
But thankfully, poor Peggy, she's fine. She's only just got a few, like, the whole arm from the wrist to the elbow is bruised.
You know, in America, though, like we're saying that you're not a wild, I bet you she keeps that snake as a pet.
No, I reckon they killed that snake because that's dangerous to society.
No, it's animals, though, isn't it? Can't just kill
it could have killed her.
I didn't mean to drop on her.
No, I know, because that was meant to be the hawk's lunch. If the hawk had better grip, he's fucking around. It's all down to the hawk.
The hawk's now thinking,
fucking hell, I was so fucking
now
hungry.
Now I've got to find another one. Now I've got to go.
Because he's like, shit, I can see the shit that's going on down there. I am not going back for that snake.
I'm not going
nowhere. I am not going back for that snake.
The snake was going to be dinner. Now it's now. Yeah, it's all right. It was going either way.
I'm surprised the snake didn't bite the hawk.
I don't know, but maybe they know where to grip it, though.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know animals are wild, though, isn't it?
Well, that's why they're called wild animals.
Huh? No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, they're called wild. You're an idiot.
Because they're out in the wild.
Because they're out in the wild.
Yeah, so they're wild animals.
Like I mean, like wild mentality.
Yeah, they're not well as well.
They're not right.
They're not right in the head.
They're not right up there. That's what for me personally, I don't mess with them. I don't go swimming with dolphins. I don't go swimming with...
No, because they could switch on you.
I don't do nothing. The last thing I did, which I did with animals, was in Thailand. We went to the tiger sanctuary. Mm-hmm. It was a very... Don't get me wrong. I don't like all this stuff. It was a very, like, nice one. Like, it wasn't, like, whatever. And, obviously, my cousin, Paul...
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Biggest idiot you'll ever meet in your life. But none of us realised he was an idiot, right? At this point in time.
Sorry, Paul. We've called out your name.
What we will do is I'll put a picture up and you'll see the picture, and see how this guy went to go and see tigers.
Don't even start.
Watch how he was dressed.
What was he wearing?
Was dressed so like like that kind of like African
attire,
but like the tops, like they're like kind of woven tops. We'll show you, don't worry, but they're like woven tops.
So a claw could go into it. And...
No,
oh,
nothing but claws, darling.
Okay.
It's black and white. He's a black guy.
Oh, it's a white top.
Black and white top, striped. The guy was dressed like a zebra. He was dressed like a zebra to go and see tigers. No one realised until we were sitting there. So me, him, and Scott were sitting there, like taking a picture, like looking cute. The man come up behind us and had to smack the tiger because the tiger was prowling behind to go and grab Paul. He thought it was a tiger. He thought it was a zebra. The tiger was literally
grabbed
prowling.
him, he's done.
Yeah, and then Paul was like, "What would you have done?" I said, "What can I do? What can I do?
Because
what can I do? You think me? I'm going to fight a tiger?" I said, "Listen,
imagine
where our mums.
Let me just jump on the back of the tiger."
Literally, and our mums and sisters. I said, "These lot were warning us. If you've got African parents, you'll know. These lot were warning us when we're going to Thailand. I had a dream. Don't go. I had a dream. These lot were warning us not to go to Thailand, and now you don't come back. So why am I not going to come back too? At least one of us go back."
Oh.
I said, "What do you want me to do? You want to go fight a tiger?" Me?
Maybe he wants you to fight the tiger.
I can't fight no tiger. I'm not even going to try. What am I going to fight a tiger? I'm not going to fight a tiger. But he went. If I show you the picture, he's dressed as a zebra.
I need to see this picture.
You have to.
I think everyone else wants to see this picture as well.
He's dressed as a zebra, and I don't even know why none of us realised it until that moment. We were like, "It's because you're fucking dressed as a zebra. That's why he's prowling behind you. That's why." And the tiger was literally like, you know how they like creep up behind their prey?
Yeah, they're
That's
praying.
What he was doing. Yeah, and the man had to literally just go.
Lucky the man was there.
And I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Wow.
But yeah, that's my story about wild animals. But that's why I don't mess with them. I ain't got no time.
So, guys, that was the end of our news of the week.
Yeah. Let us know if you see anything, though. If you see anything that you think's newsworthy, like
drop it to us.
Drop it to us, and we'll talk about it. Because I see these stories, but they don't really compute with me as big stories.
Yeah.
Until I see them, like I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, okay, I've seen this 4 times. So it must be a big story. But yeah, that was. That was good
crazy.
News of the week.
Yeah,
that was a good news of the week. I'll give that
good little news of the week.
Yeah. So what's our next? What should we do now?
So the next thing I was thinking of was, so what pisses you off, or what stupid things that you do, basically. So I'll give you an example. My maybe stupid thing, or it doesn't piss me off, but it's just an open question. So for me, I'm one of those people, you know, when you see TikToks or Instagrams where people get new stuff and they open the box and they're ready to just cooks and rip off every single plastic thing off the thing.
Yeah.
Me, I like to keep the plastic on.
What you mean, like on like a fridge and that?
Yeah, so I would actually keep it on the fridge.
Oh my god, would you?
Yeah, I would keep it on the fridge because I would say that's going to protect. I don't have to wash. I don't have to wipe down the fridge for a long, long while.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Yeah, like remote control. I'm leaving it in the plastic until the plastic is finished and gone.
Or even when it's like peeling off the side.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, until the plastic falls off.
That's a red flag, babe.
Is that an ick?
That's a red flag ick.
No, I don't think that's an ick.
I don't know. My icks are really weird though.
Okay.
The stuff we all know that stuff I see as red flags are
different. But yeah, I don't know. I got a new Hoover and it's got a little display. You'll see it, and it's still got the plastic on it.
Okay, I can understand with that because you don't really touch that.
Yeah,
you don't really touch that, so that's fine. Because
that kind of
stuff
will
just like that display you won't touch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll just kind of stay there.
So I've just left the plastic on there,
naturally.
and I felt good about leaving the plastic on there. Until the plastic falls off, I said, "Oh no,
I can't do it."
And then I'll try and stick it back.
I can't do. Once I see like one little tiny corner lifting or something like that, I'm like, no,
you take it off.
Right, it's gone.
But me, I don't get it out of the box and just unless like I know when you get a laptop, you have to take the and like you get a phone, you have to take all of that wrapping off. But it's not satisfying to me because I'm like, as soon as I take the wrapping off that phone, it's decreased in value. I'm gonna drop it. It's gonna smash.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? I'm one of those kind of things.
See, I don't know. What was the question again? Like stuff that we do that
So,
annoys us.
like, what kind of pisses you off, or stupid things you do?
That I do.
Yeah, it could be anything. Like that was just something that came to my mind for myself.
I don't know. I don't think I really do anything stupid, if I'm honest.
You're lying. You're lying. I bet you drive and you're like, oh shit, I should be in second gear, but I'm just gonna go around the corner in first.
Yeah, well, that's because I've only just gone back to manual, so that's why I do that. Because I've had to. Yeah.
That's alright.
We don't talk about my car stories. I'll tell you my car stories one day.
Yeah. This is only episode 1.
It's only
so
episode
you've
1.
got more stories.
You will hear my car
us.
story, so we're not going to talk about that at the moment. But I'm back in manual, and it's the ghetto. It's the ghetto.
No, it is. I love manual. I could.
Have you driven an automatic?
Yes, and I hate it because you put your foot on the brake.
How long have you driven automatic for though?
How long did I drive
yeah.
for? Oh, I drove it for maybe like 10 minutes, so not long.
No.
No, I'm not driving it on the motorway.
No.
A roundabout hit me and I said,
swear to you.
And he came out the screen.
Drive an automatic for 2 days.
No.
2 days. You will be like, what is this manual life? This is ghetto.
No,
I don't want to do it.
I don't want no manual.
I don't want to do it. Honestly, automatic all the way. All the way. I'm happy I can drive it manual. I don't know, not me. Not me. I don't want to. Well, no. God. I'm trying to think of something that I do that gets on my nerves. What do I do that gets on my nerves?
Well, not even get on your nerves, but like piss you off. Or it could be anything that someone that pisses you off, or
I can tell you something really, really stupid that I really pisses me off when other people do it. It's the most stupid thing you'll ever hear.
Go for it.
I cannot stand people, right, that add an S.
Oh, right? So like,
if you say Asda's,
or you
Westfields,
mean like that,
or like Tesco's,
it
irritates me, and I don't know why.
So maybe if I was like, I'm going to Tesco's,
it would be like, why? It's Tesco.
I'm going to Tesco's.
I'm going to Tesco.
Oh, maybe I do say a little. I'm going to Tesco's.
Yeah, I'm going to Tesco. I'm going to Asda.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
I'm going to Westfield.
No, I'm going Westfields.
Yeah!
Yeah, I would say Westfields.
Would you?
Yeah, but I'm going Westfields. Or I'll meet you at Westfields. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Red flag.
Imagine now I'm like, make sure I don't say no X's.
Honestly, do you know what? I went to a job interview just before I got my current job. I went to a job interview. Dumbass people. Can't stand them. I'm not even going to bait out the company because the way that they pissed me off in that job interview.
What, they were saying S's and S's?
No. It was after job interview because I did really well in that job interview. I know I did because I'd been in the industry. I know everything about it, blah, blah. All the girls that were in my interview were like 21. No age discrimination here, but they didn't know the industry. They literally had never worked in the industry. They hadn't even they hadn't even come from uni courses that were in the industry.
Okay.
Like, do you know what I mean? They were just fresh. They were just applying for jobs, and then I didn't get the job because I went for the job interview, and then they were like, "Oh, can we do a second job interview?" But I'd already taken a day off work to go to the first interview, so I couldn't take another day off work. So I had to go and sit outside of my work, but there was like a corner kind of bit. But it was fine. I was sitting there, but I was on the phone. It just looked like I was like just behind just a blank wall. And they were like, "Oh, well, she said that she couldn't really hear you, and because you were outside, like she's just gone through with the other candidate." I was like, "So she couldn't hear me. Why didn't she tell me she couldn't hear me and I could have moved?"
Oh.
And I literally said it to him. I was like, if she couldn't hear me in interview, she could have literally said to me, we can't really hear you. Can you move? But anyways, that's annoying. But in that interview, they were like, what's something that really annoys you about people in this world? And I said that. I said, Asda's. Don't say Asda's around me. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm not doing it.
Oh, God. But you got the job, so...
No, I didn't get that job.
Oh, you didn't get that job?
That's why it pissed me off. I didn't get that job. No.
Oh. Well...
But I'm happy I didn't get that job because...
Yeah, because now you're in a job you love.
Yeah, they can fuck up well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways.
So that is our what pisses you off and what stupid shit you do.
So, when you sleep with someone...
Okay.
Do you feel like you ever catch feelings? Like, no. Okay, wrong question. Like, if you're just sleeping with someone, like you just have like maybe a one night stand, or you just know what it is, or whatever it is, do you feel like you catch feelings? Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I've explained it well.
I know what you mean, But me as a man, you do catch feelings, but you don't. I don't catch feelings, but I can imagine for women, because it's actually penetration. Well, yeah. How would you? Look, I'm just like making it go over to you now. So, as a woman, how would you feel?
So, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily catching feelings, right? I don't know if it's necessarily catching feelings,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think that when you do sleep with someone,
Mm-hmm.
well, what for me personally, if I do sleep with someone,
Yeah.
I do. I'm a bit delusional though, but I do start imagining if there could be
Life.
a future, if there
Yeah.
is there a life with this person, and then like I would sleep with someone, and then like I wouldn't think of them for like a month, and then 6 months later I'm like, oh my god, but like why did we not work? Like why was it only that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Why was it just sex?
why was it just sex? Why
Yeah.
wasn't it anything more? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because if we did have that compatibility, and I think with women especially, I can talk for myself and my friends.
Yeah.
It's that we don't just go out and be like, oh, I'm going to sleep with him tonight. It's
Mm-hmm.
like you're obviously talking to someone, and yeah, you might have sex on the first date. Yeah, you might do this, but you've spoken to them and you've got to know them a little bit before you've done that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, well, we got on because we obviously got on because we got to that part. So why did it never go any further? Like, was there something wrong with me, or was there like why did it never get any further? And I think in women's heads, we think more deeper into it, and we what's it called? What's that word? Not is it internalize? I don't know if that's
Yeah.
the word.
Was you like
That we
internalize
think about
your?
ourselves, and we're like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
why do you only want me for that? Like,
Oh,
do you know
yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Even
And it
though
makes you think almost. Oh, it's me.
it's
It was
me, yeah.
me.
And
Yeah.
even though it could completely be that I wanted just that, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he wanted just that, absolutely fine. We
But
both,
you
but
think more into
it's
it.
like, why did he not
Yeah.
want anything more? Even though I only wanted that, why did he not want
Yeah.
anything more? Kind of like a bit of like a.
But it's hard because would you say a one night stand? Would you then come away from that one night stand and think like that?
So I had a one night stand when I was younger, and it was
Mm-hmm.
so fucking wild. If I even got into the story, I don't even know if I want to get into the story, but it was
This could
wild.
be for another time
It was
because this will be our sex corner.
this is the
So this
sex
is always
corner.
gonna finish off our podcast.
It's the
So you're
sex
always gonna have
corner.
that sex corner, and we do want people to
Open
ring
up.
in and speak to us and get in touch with us.
Don't forget, guys, you can find us on Instagram if you want to get in touch at you_remind me.
And also, don't forget to subscribe.
Send us a DM, darlings. We'll always get back.
Love ya.
We
want to hear all of the stories so we can learn. Everyone, we are on a journey of life all together. So if we can learn together, because sometimes I might be like one of those people who I don't know what I want to say, but do you know, like, you're kind of those people who's very blasé, and
because you
until
don't get it
exactly, you're very blasé about it, and until you actually hear what's going on, then you educate yourself about it.
Definitely.
I'm still educating myself.
Definitely.
And I
think
still have I still have to say to my parents about, like, when you see on telly when someone is transsexual and they automatically see them as their previous person, and I'm like, no, that is a she or that's a he, and I'm like, oh no, well, look at him, no, and I get vexed about it.
Yeah, because
I get
it's kind
vexed
of like,
about it.
I see. For me personally, I'm kind of like, I don't particularly understand it, but then I don't understand it because I've never been. I'm not in that, right? But if you tell me to call you what you are, or I see you as that person, or if I misgender you or whatever, and you now tell me, no, actually don't call me he, call me they, or call me she, fine, I'll call you that. So it's horrible for people to be like, because if I said to you now, well, yeah, my name was Jade, but now I want to be called Marie, and then you kept calling me Jade, it's the exact same thing. Like, stop calling me Jade, because my name's
my name
Marie.
is Marie. Yeah.
Stop calling me Jade. That's not my name no more. I don't go by that anymore. This is now my new name. So if you guys, honestly, if you have any questions, or you want to just get something off your chest, or you want to just tell us a story, and we're going to be like, wow, wild animal.
Yeah, because I want to hear all the stories and live through you.
We're going to live vicariously through you guys. But let me get back to my story about my one night stands. Anyways, I'm not going to tell you the whole story. If you guys want to know,
Just
subscribe, and then I'll tell you the story. Anyways, but that was a wild night. And after that night, I never thought anything else.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll think about him razzing, like, what he's doing. Like, what is he doing?
You got
like,
time.
Do you know what I mean? Like not like that, but I'll just be like, he would pop up, and I'll be like, no, like, when you're thinking, how many people have I slept with? And then, you know, you start counting.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, God, what happened to Peter?
What happened? Oh,
yeah, what happened to John? Imagine all biblical names.
Everyone from the Bible. But I do think about it sometimes, but other than that, it was just what it was. But I think as I've got older, and I don't know, it's just like, why? Like, do you know what I mean? I think when you're younger, you just think, oh, whatever, I'm doing whatever. But it's just like, but why did that not work out? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think you need to think about that now. Like, you're getting on. You're not even that old.
I'm getting on.
I know what you mean. You are, because maybe that night was the most passionate night you ever had.
But I can't lie to you, it weren't.
So why are you thinking about it?
I don't know. I can literally count on my hands how many people
passionate
nights where I'm like, I want every single ounce of you in every single ounce of me.
Yeah.
And on every single ounce of me. I can count on one hand how many people that's been with. Not even a whole hand.
But to be truthful, because we are going to be real on this thing, do you feel like having children holds you back in a way, if you know what I mean by the question? Because you are letting people into your life.
I am.
And you've always got to think, when you are meeting a man and you go on that first initial date, do you actually say to him, I've got 2 children?
Well, so obviously...
Yeah.
I've only recently...
Yeah.
I've only recently broken up.
Yeah.
So I haven't really had that
happen yet. Yeah.
But I don't know if I will. And only simply because it's a kind of a catch-22, because it's like, I don't want to not say it, and then someone's not open to children, and then we get 2 dates in, they're like, I'm like, I've got children, and they're like, oh, no. But then I don't want to say it, and then it's like, they think that I'm expecting something of them that I'm not. They've got their father. I'm not expecting anything from you for my kids. If anything I want from you is for me and me only. Yeah. I'm not expecting anything. And the only thing I do expect from you about my kids is to accept that I've got kids. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
And it doesn't have to even come in the first date.
No.
Because they're at the end of the day, they're getting to know you,
right,
and not your children yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't have any children.
Because I wouldn't introduce someone to my children.
Imagine on the first date, you're like, these are my children. I've been on dates and I've got a dog. I brought the dog, and it just does not work.
It doesn't.
Do not bring anything else but yourself on that first date.
Because you're not right. You're not selling yourself, but you are.
You are.
You are selling
yourself.
You're a businessman. Right?
Business them.
You're showing them your best front, right? And don't get me wrong, my kids are a very, 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 very big part of my best front. But if I was to meet someone right now, I would never ever introduce them to my kids until I knew for 100% it was serious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
I
would not do it. I would have to know that we're on our route to marriage or moving in or something like that before you ever meet my kids, because I wouldn't just... Some people introduce their kids in weeks and then...
Yeah.
And I would never risk my kids like that.
Yeah.
I would never bring that risk to my children because it's just not worth it to me.
Yeah.
For just a bit of, whatever. I would never bring that risk.
Just for the nookie.
Yeah, to my kids. Because I just think there's such a big risk out there, and you don't know who you're meeting. At the end of the day, if you're on apps, or even if you meet someone walking down the street or whatever, you don't know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So introduce them to your children. You can introduce them to yourself. That's fine. You're an adult. Do what you want to do. You're taking that risk. You can't bring that risk to your children. But I don't think my kids would ever impact my dating life, because for one, they wouldn't know about it, and for two, the person that I'm dating, if they're serious, they would be the right person to introduce to my kids in the future. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But
so we've unpacked that then.
Yeah,
so I don't know what you're gonna bring for me next week then.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to think. I know. You know me, like, I love talking about the sex corner. I'm in my element here.
There
So,
you go.
guys, if you want to ask anything, bring it.
Ask away.
Ask it all, because I want to know about the A, the B, the C, everything, and we won't make it so like PC or
we
will talk
just
about
got to be real.
Yeah,
and everything, like
everything.
You need to know these kind of things happen. Like, you are gonna get cystitis. Do you know what I mean? Like,
cystitis is the worst.
I don't.
Have you ever had cystitis?
No. Where have I
Men can get cystitis.
Does he?
Yeah, you can.
Oh. Or does he? Imagine.
It's like, like when you need to pee, right?
No, I've never had that.
And you just always feel like you need to pee.
No, that's diabetes.
No. Just got me out here about to say doctors.
No.
You know, the NHS is strange anyway. NHS is strange. And people are going to be like, oh my God, Marcus said to me, I need to pee all the time. GPs will be like, please tell Marcus to stop. Just stop telling us. But no, oh my gosh, it's like, it's the worst.
No, I've never had that.
It's
never had it.
Worst.
And touch wood, I've never had a STI or anything like that. Touch the wood.
No, me neither.
Never had an STI.
And guys, we are promoting safe sex. Have safe sex.
Well, anyway, we're going to leave it there. And we just want to remind you of one last thing, is to subscribe. Have a lovely day.
We love you.